Hello guys, NautoAisDx here, and basically I want to give my thoughts on Best Buy restock of the NES Mini. So if you didn't really hear during the weekend, they made an announcement. Best Buy in stores only, not online, in stores, will have a very limited restock of the NES Mini. So, and this is going to be the last time, very last time before, well, it was discontinued. So, what is this NES Mini for people who don't know? And they want to know what it is. So the gist of it is, it's a plug-and-play Nintendo console from Nintendo themselves. And unfortunately, it was announced on November, but there was a lot of sign that they're not going to make a lot because you couldn't pre-order the thing. People who work on retail basically were warning people, hey, look, we're not going to get a lot of this. Put one to one together, and then you know what Nintendo did. They didn't make a lot, and apparently it was a very high demand, to a point that people were willing to pay for this for $20. And somewhere during in April, they made an announcement that April Nintendo will discontinue the NES Mini worldwide, including the NES or the Mini Famicom also. They're also discontinuing it. And people don't know the reason, and they said, don't you want any money? Why are you doing this? Kirishima said because they didn't have the proper component to some extent that they had to discontinue whatever, or not discontinue, but lack of production. Some say that probably want to make the money. Some because said it was the mod. They were modding it. I mean, I did talk about this, so the links are in the description below my previous video about it. And some basically say it might be because they're revving up production for the Super Mini, the Super NES Mini. So, I mean, whatever the reason is, they're probably going to be an explanation when the Nintendo financial report, their fiscal year, they'll probably explain what's going on and why they did what they did. Excuse me. So we'll have to wait and see. So, you're going to say, well, not the way. How many get in line trying to get one? Well, I kind of did this with the Amiibo with Wave 4 and both 5A and 5B and the Retro 3-pack, which is Wave 6. And yeah, I managed to get all of them, but it is just annoying to do it. That why can't I just go in, buy it, and leave? Again, it's Nintendo, and I'll explain that later. So when this was announced, when apparently a lot of people, camped out. I mean, for some Best Buy, people were reporting in the internet, when they heard the news that they were going to get the NES Mini, people were actually camping out like 2 in the morning. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing it. Because they kind of did this with the Amiibo. It's really flipping ridiculous. I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, so people were in line. And then so some people said when they were driving to go to work, like at 6 in the morning, like by 5, like at 5:30, there were people already in line. So I'm like, I'm not going to do this. This is really stupid. It's like a waste of my time. Why should I do this? It's stupid. Exactly. So, would I like one? Yeah, but I'm not going to go very beyond, I should say, just to get one for a $60 plug and pay. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. So, a lot of people did ask also, and again, maybe the bitterness is coming in. Why do you really want this? Well, the first thing, it's an item that it's something that you want because you can't have. People want it because they can't have it. It's, again, the adrenaline, the rush of, I want something that's rare. Amiibo was the same thing, but the minute you got something, you're like, cool, I have it. Here's some point, Robin and Lucina. The minute they were easy to get, the minute you go to Best Buy, you see Lucina. The minute you go to GameStop and see Robin, there are basically a lot of them, and now people don't give a damn about it. Excuse the language, but there you go. And I'll explain later why this is a big deal for Nintendo. So, there you go. They didn't really give a hoot about it. There you go. And then you're not buying it because you want to play it, because there's a virtual console. You can also do it to the computer, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink. But the point is that, especially if you grew up with the Nintendo Entertainment System, they want it as a collector, to keep as a collector because it looks nice. It's cute. It's small. Some are parents. They want to share why they like video games. They grew up with the Nintendo to share with their kids. Can they do that? No, not really. Like I said, I got a friend who bought it for $200. They were buying it to low as $200, and it's ridiculous. See, that's the problem. So that's the reason why people want it. They didn't. I mean, there's just some people, they want it for nostalgic, for collections, historic, you name it. Is this something that I really need one or I'll die? No, but it just would be nice. I was willing to give my hard-earned cash, the $60 to Nintendo, if they just basically have enough production. But again, it's Nintendo. So yeah, I didn't get one. Fortunately, I just have to cut my losses and move on and see what they're gonna do. Again, if the Super Mini NES is true, will it be better production or not? Will people be able to pre-order without, I gotta pre-order within 5 seconds? Oh, crud, because Amiibo was like that. Like within 5 seconds, cannot pre-order. And because again, it's Nintendo, a lot of business, the direction they go is really some problem. So with that, I'm gonna go further and explain what is their business procedure and why is it not really working in today's market. Okay, the first thing is Nintendo has a strategy of be pessimistic, be cautious, let's see if people really want it or not, rather than let's make enough to see if people want it or not, even if there's extra. Nintendo doesn't really want it, that's the thing. When they see something that just stands in the shelf just collecting dust, they don't want that. Again, it's Nintendo. They don't want it when their franchise goes to a clearance, because I have bought Nintendo games and Amiibo in clearance. They don't like that. That's why when the Lady Wada, God bless his soul, were very limited when it comes to the Amiibos. He knew that the general consumer will only buy Mario, Link, or Pikachu because they're well known. F-Zero, not that well known. Punch-Out, really not that known. Villager, heck, they were not known. Fire Emblem, to some extent, they're not that known. So at the time, he was kind of pessimistic. He didn't want, what if it doesn't sell? That's always been in the back of their head every time they do something. What if it doesn't sell? And they don't want that. They just cannot handle it. Why did I say that? Because in the time of, like I said, and I did kind of talk about it before, I'll just a little bit of recap. Again, link in the description box for the original video. The NES and the Super Nintendo, they dominated. When it comes with the N64, not so much, because the Virtual Boy utterly failed, and they lost a lot of money. Nintendo was pointing finger. Heck, Nintendo, even the heroes were pointing at Gunpei Yoko, the late Gunpei Yoko, saying that it was his fault, which in my opinion it wasn't, because if he was given more time, we probably could optimize what the Virtual Boy is, but they rushed the system. Then when the N64 came, there were some people who were loyal before moving to the PlayStation 1. You couldn't even get one. It was very limited because the strategy was let's not make a lot, because they kind of did a lot with the Virtual Boy and that failed. So, I mean, they finally reached, the demand already reached the supply, I think, by May, but sadly, by the time the supply has already been made, the announcement of Final Fantasy VII will be PlayStation exclusive. People said, forget about the N64. I'm moving to PlayStation. I'm going to buy Final Fantasy VII. And yes, sadly it may be, the reason I bought a PlayStation in 1997 was Final Fantasy VII. No joke. Not really my favorite Final Fantasy, but it's the mainstream. That was the reason why I bought a PlayStation. Final Fantasy VII. Moving on there. When the GameCube came, believe it or not, they're trying to compete with the PS2 and the Xbox, and it failed. Failed launch, not a lot of games. Third-party support were bailing out to a point that they had to make some exclusive deal. That didn't really work. That's why the Wii decided to be, again, they didn't make a lot. They purposely created artificial scarcity because they really want people talking about Nintendo. They want the mentality of, they want something that they can't have. The adrenaline rush, because when you have something that's rare, you like it, you enjoy that. I do too. I know I'm sick in the head, but it is what it is. They try not to ease that up with the Wii U. Basically, Nintendo in HD. Look what happened. Yes, granted, the market was not there, the games wasn't there, but the bottom line is, it was the ultimate failure for Nintendo. Wii U couldn't even move, and our people just say, oh, well, I have a PS4, I have an Xbox One, there you go. Again, we move forward now to the Switch. That's what Kinishima said, we're not going to do a lot. They're not making it limited. They're purposely making it limited because what if it doesn't sell? They always have in the back of their head, what if it doesn't sell? And I can tell you, is it hard to find a Switch? Well, I gotta tell you, at one point, after the presentation in January, I actually managed to pre-order to Switch. Why? I have no idea. After a while, there was no games, no indie games. I didn't want to spend a lot of money. I said, screw it, I'm canceling my order. If I'm going to buy a Ticket of the Legend of Zelda, heck, I have a Wii U, I'm cool with it, it works. Will I get one eventually? Yes, when Super Mario Odyssey comes out. Maybe by holiday, there'll be a bundle with Super Mario Odyssey. I'll buy that for $300, Nintendo. Again, we'll have to wait and see. Again, they're not, or they can't produce it because what if it doesn't sell? Which, again, it's weird that it is selling, but of course, they learned their mistake from the past. I did talk about it, like in the description box again. There you go. So, but the point is what I'm saying. The reason why Nintendo can't handle when it doesn't sell, it's on clearance, because they're not used to it, believe it or not. Like I said, in the days with the NES and the Super Nintendo, they were dominant. Granted, a lot of people did say there was some draconian rule. If you're gonna make a game for the for the Nintendo console, Super, the original NES, you have to make it exclusive. You can't put it in another console. Kind of BS, but that's what it is. When PlayStation stepped in, everybody moved to PlayStation. And PlayStation doesn't even have the draconian. They can't even say, hey, make it multi-platform. It's up to you. They don't. That's what the reason, believe it or not. People say, oh, you need Sony pay for exclusive. Not so much. They kind of do some, but most of the time, they don't. It's the retail, or not the retail, it's the third-party company are the one that's willingly to do it. PS2 was ahead. There was no point people at PS2. That's why it was a lot of PS2 exclusive. PS3, to some extent, they got cocky to a point that Microsoft actually caught up until they had some managerial shift in the Kinect, and then Microsoft went stupid. And with the Xbox One, but that's a different story. The Backlog Battle Podcast did talk about it. I don't know what episode, unfortunately. If I find it, I'll put a link to it. With the PS4, again, a lot of exclusive to the PS4, King of Fighter, Street Fighter 5. Again, you get the idea what I'm trying to say. So, and again, that's the reason why Nintendo couldn't handle when it doesn't sell. They don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to rectify it. With the Wii U, they had so much problem just to rectify it. 1, changing the market. That didn't work. 2, lowering the price. Well, it sort of worked, but they were losing a lot of money. Again, they didn't know how to handle that. Other thing they did, the Club Nintendo giving free virtual console if you have the points. Apparently they're costing a lot of money, but same deal, again, wasn't working for them. Like they're trying something left and right to make it work, at the same time to make profit, it wasn't making any profit. That, again, because there's a reason why, because they don't know how to handle it, because they don't understand. The problem is a lot of people who work in Nintendo are a bunch of grandpas. Old fogies. Hopefully the Kirishima is not one of them, because the reason why I say Kirishima is a good choice, what people don't know in Kirishima is, before Reggie was CEO of Nintendo of America, it was Kirishima. So Kirishima is well aware of the American market. He knows the American market. The problem is when you got higher ups who basically gives them the funding, your stockholders, your shareholders, basically telling you what they should do to make money, well, you're kind of that impression. Because, again, that's the problem. But, like I said, Kirishima knows the market. He even had a feeling that the Wii U wasn't going to be successful. He didn't predict it. He just had a feeling, and he was right. The Wii U, the idea behind it was, hey, that wasn't working. There you go. And that's the reason why now Nintendo, ever since with the Amiibo, with the NES Mini, they're pessimistic and cautious. Because in the back of them, they're always afraid what if it doesn't sell? Because it happened. What if the virtual didn't sell? Well, it didn't. What if the GameCube didn't sell? Well, same thing. Wii U, same thing. And then they have to figure out how to make it work. And then the owner who bought your system, because they're supportive, they get frustrated and leave you behind. There's a lot of pressure for them trying to make money. That's why at one point people felt that Iwata should step down because there was no result. For 4 years, you got to understand, for 4 years, 2014, 2013, or 3 years, my mistake, not 4 years, 3 years. 2012, 2013, 2014, there you go. Do apologize. they were not making money. They're not in the red, but they were losing money. Only in 2015 they were starting to make money back, barely, but because of the Amiibo. Again, did you want to know that the Amiibo was going to be successful? Not really. Did I even know about when Amiibo was successful? Not really, until I decided to buy some of them, and then I said, yeah, I'm going to be stupid and start buying them, and yeah, I know. And now the reason the limited Amiibo like the Zelda's hard to get, I mean, my guess really you gotta do is when you have a chance, pre-order it. Pre-order it. If you know you're gonna get the Amiibo you want, pre-order it. That's all I can say. I mean, especially in Amazon, within the pop the pre-order button, just do it. Just do it. Because it will last at least 4 weeks, a month. But at the same time, I kind of noticed with the Zelda Amiibo, they weren't really producing a lot. But at the same time, now that people really talking about it, I kind of need to check our Amiibo, what's going on with the news. But right now, a lot of it is like, it's not really that much. But again, that's always been their thing. What if it doesn't sell? What if it doesn't sell? That's always in the back of their head, and they have to always be cautious about it. That's what they did with the NES Mini. Kind of sucked that they were in that mentality. Did they know it was gonna sell? I can understand, probably not, because well, you got a Atari Flashback, you got the Genesis, you got Coleco, you got to do something to plug and play. How come they're not really selling? Well, the difference is they do mass produce them. Nintendo doesn't, and they were probably just afraid. Hey, they were afraid that maybe it will be the same fate. It will go to clearance, which no. But really, it is. But people don't understand it. Why is it different when NES is plug and play versus the other plug and play? Because it's from Nintendo. People grew up with Nintendo. Now a lot of people grew up with Atari. Trust me, I played Atari, but I didn't understand what a video game at the time. I knew what a video game is when I have the Nintendo. That's the reason. Excuse me. So that's people want it. So again, it is unfortunate now. Yeah, it is official. There's no more NES Mini. I said, whatever. Yeah, so again, another thing, last thing I'm probably going to say, and probably related to their business tactic, is I'm going to put in the Chris Sprenger conspiracy. Yes, you heard the name. I did talk about him before. Backlog Battle did. A lot of people did. Even Alpha Omega Sin did. Excuse me. And that is, who is Chris Sprenger? Well, in 2015... Well, he used to be a former Nintendo member of the Treehouse, which is their localization team. They do more, but the localization. Chris Banger was hired there. It was his dream job. But in a not well-known podcast, and that's the funny thing, not well-known podcast, but apparently it was well-known to Nintendo, he kind of unintentionally gave out scoop. As a result, he was fired. That's what and the Chris Banger conspiracy basically comes there is, one of the scoop, he basically said that, how come Nintendo doesn't want money? We want it, that's what we're asking, we're giving you money. And his answer was, yeah, Nintendo does want money, but they're also being smart. Which is, he's basically saying that the reason why at the time Nintendo didn't want to localize in America Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii, because Nintendo had a feeling, it's not going to sell. Whether that's true or not, they have to make the safest assumption that it's not going to sell. Why wasn't Captain Rainbow going to localize in America? Because again, Nintendo's think, what if it doesn't sell? What if it goes to the clearance? Remember, there are some Nintendo games that didn't sell, it went to the clearance. Metroid Other M, I love the game, but didn't sell, went to the clearance. Sin and Punishment 2 for the Wii, I bought it, went to the clearance. Some more obscure one, Dinosaur Fossil Fighter, all 3 version, went down to $10. I kid you not. I even saw the third one for the 3DS. It went down